Temba Mliswa has portrayed the faction of retired General Chiwenga as a faction that consists of only noisemakers, people who are making just mere noise, while portraying Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa as a politician that is tactical, and he says he did not listen to noise, and he went on to achieve his illegal constitutional amendment bill number 3 of 2026, which is now a legal instrument in Zimbabwe, although we must emphasize that it is highly contested. But I have always underscored this point, and I will keep on underscoring it. ZANU-PF politics has never been concluded through elections, through also parliamentary processes. ZANU-PF succession matrix has always been managed by the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. Is Temba Mliswa in a position to celebrate at the moment? Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So this is what Temba Mliswa had to write on his X account. He was responding to a man who said retired General Chiwenga, his name is called Makomichi, would be the president of Zimbabwe in spite of the achievements that have been so far achieved by the Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa faction. And Temba Mliswa had to respond and say, I wish the picture could actually open, my network is giving me problem. And Temba Mliswa responded saying, Makomichi, I told you, Makomichi ako ahachina chinu, you are now empty and confused. Just accept the status quo and be quiet. You are rambling and making U-turns on issues you were vehemently against, as you flouted how you had the people and the army on your side. You were against Constitutional Amendment Bill 3 and agitated for instability by touting the president's vice for the main seat, even against logic, political common sense, and party position. Still, the president was calm under pressure. As a veteran politician, despite yours and the campaigns of many against him, he was insulted and attacked, yet never retaliated. You ridiculed him over what the people and the party had decided. It must be emphasized, this was not decided by the people and the party. It was decided by Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. And also it's not true for Temba Mliswa to say there was no retaliation on the part of Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. It must be emphasized that indeed there was a retaliation. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa retaliated. He is still retaliating even today, having made this actually sort of like again in terms of signing the legislation, which he may attempt to use it to actually seek for a third term. But remember, we are not yet there. We are not yet beyond 2028. There is a lot that could potentially happen within the next 2 years. So the game is not yet over. So it's not true that Mnangagwa did not retaliate. I think it's a credit that he does not deserve. Anyway, the picture is opened. So this is what Isaac Makomichi had written. He says, VP Chiwenga is the next president. Even Zwikaba Zwemuna 2030 or before or after. Zwime Zwese kutamba nenguva kuya muchirwa mari nebano, but ivo vachitoziva kuti Chiwenga is next. Uyo unonzi Chiwenga musamusaiza uyo anorema uyo plus hapana game yasingazivi tongaizoenyu shumba murambwe then pamunenge mazosirawo mukanya vodanga ipapo. So that is, I hope, but you can get the sense. I also got the sense, of what I was reading. So this is what prompted the response of Temba Mliswa, quite emotional and full of lies as well as propaganda. So Mnangagwa retaliated to those who were against the illegal constitutional amendment bill number 3. So it's a lie that he remained calm. He was never calm. He has never been calm. If there is any person who act irrationally, it is none other than Mnangagwa. He goes on to say he never said anything and only spoke about it after it had been passed as law. That was calculative. He was deceiving people. He spoke about it, by the way, in secret corridors during the cabinet meeting that eventually approved CAP 3 to be implemented. Mnangagwa was the chairperson of that particular meeting. There is absolutely no way he never spoke about it. That's a lie. He participated in this. In fact, it came from his bedroom, and he just gave individuals like Ziambi unelectable as they were, the task of actually making sure that they finish the task. So he goes on to say the president is a seasoned politician, if not the most senior government bureaucrat, but as noisemakers, your team has failed to appreciate that. So you hear Temba Mliswa relegating the Chiwenga faction as noisemakers. What are noisemakers? People who just speak and they end speaking. That is the characterization of the faction of retired General Chiwenga. It did not stop there. He went on to say, you should learn to be patient and humble in your political ambitions. Noise making and theatrics does not work on the ground. They excite the gullible on social media, but not those who matter in the political trenches. It's also a miscalculation to say people on social media are gullible. That is miscalculation on Temba Mliswa. That is actually misplaced assertion. Only time will tell. He goes on to say the president has been in this game for a long time. Again, there are many celebrated individuals in the party with an equal, if not bigger, claim for what you feel entitled to. So he's trying to show that there are many people with the ambitions of inheriting power from Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, and he claims they have a better entitlement than Chiwenga. He goes on to say power belongs to the people, but if it belongs to the people, why are we having CAP 3 being transformed into law without the people? These people, they abuse the word people. It should be stated categorically, what power belongs to. You can't claim that power belongs to people when you actually override the very same power of the people, undermine it thereof. As we have seen in Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe is not involved in political processes that fundamentally shape their future. And he says, and they decide their leaders, not any amount of entitlement or political posturing. One has to convince the majority of the country. It's something that Mnangagwa failed to do. That is why he had to do this through crook. And he says, and not just the part of ZANU-PF for that never wins. And says, and not just the part of ZANU-PF for that never wins power. So that's Temba Mliswa for you. I'll take just a few comments. John Smith says opposition was bought into supporting Restore Legacy with money that came from ET, indirectly unknown to them. Apasev was unwell, resulting in fighting when he died, and split of opposition as we once knew it. A masterstroke from ET once again to outdo opposition. So I don't understand what this person was saying. Lee Tafato says, one thing I like about you, Temba, mliswa, you are AI. You got all the answers. Our teachers zive which AI meta or croc. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us.